Greetings everyone, it's been a good few days, but yeah, let's get the visuals in, man. I'm too much in my head and I feel like I'm not spoiling my my YouTube community for whatever is left of it. But yeah, I just had some tofu stew. It was quite decent, to be fair, but because I'm trying to lose weight, I'm not trying to eat too much Korean food. But don't get me wrong, the Korean food looks nice, but it depends on your preference. You see, I like the Portuguese food and the Spanish food, so I think spicy food maybe for me. And I don't know, I feel like the Oriental food or the cuisine a bit too watery for me. No disrespect, but just feels like a bit too watery. But I'm still gonna pig out, I'm still gonna experiment, you know what I mean? It's been a positive experience so far in South Korea. And you know what, the only thing stopping me from making multiple journeys here, because I actually think it's quite cool, is that 10-hour flight. Actually no, 11-hour flight, because you gotta consider Amsterdam, the stopover. But it is a killer flight, man, and it fucks you up. And that's the thing, it's not as easy as you think it is, you know. Like when I was on that plane, thinking about my parents, thinking about my loved ones, thinking about all the fucking fucked up shit this year. And sometimes you don't want to think that too tough, especially if it's been somewhat negative. I mean, people, you may think because, oh, I'm traveling, I'm exploring, I'm living life and stuff. Like, that's what everyone's been messaging me on. Living life, bro. Living life, hun. And all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, it is. Technically, it is living, I'm living. But there's still missing pieces to that, you know. Living to you may be exploring the world and enjoying the visuals of it and what life has to offer, and you probably want to show off and make out you're that person that travels around a lot, is on that wanderlust vibe, that goes to Spain 20 times a year, you know what I mean, and doesn't go out that comfort zone. See me, I'm just doing it because, hey, it's, I like to live life, but live life on the edge, in that sort of sense. Like me traveling to South Korea on my own, some people are like, you're fucking mad. And I'm like, it's not even a question about being mad. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Stay in London and wait for someone to come with me here? Fuck that. You know what I mean? What have I got to be afraid of anyway? They are human just where I am. Yes, it is foreign territory, but you just gotta learn how to treat everyone with respect, and hopefully they'll treat you back with it. See, London lacks that, but in Seoul now, they've been alright. Oh, fucking hell, man. Guy fucking running behind me. There's me think he's gonna run past. He goes, runs almost into me. Blimey. There's like a building that looks very artistic that I saw from down the road. I want to explore it, so we're gonna explore it. Now, in terms of solo travel, is it for everyone? Nope, not at all. Solo travel is for those who are brave, got courage, and simply have a fuck it mentality, because you kind of have to have that when you're traveling anyway. You can't just be all, oh, I'm just gonna go on flights that my friends want to go on. You know what I mean? I got people telling me, oh, when you get in Amsterdam next, or next time you go Korea or a place like that, let me know. And look, I feel people, I'm not saying that they're lying, or I'm not saying they're not on it, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, I've done that in the past. I sent out dates. I sent out dates, everything, of all my travels this year. Put it on posts, wall posts, everything. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, you name it. And people for some reason like to just close their eyes and not see that of the notices that I put up in terms of it. So you know when I'm going, all you gotta do is just add the date into the itinerary, whatever, and then you're good. And then I'll come out here with you. See what would happen if you was traveling with me? Well, do you know what? I'd make sure we hit up all the spots. I'd make sure you get a little free photo shoot out of it, boy or girl, I don't care. And we'll go to all the places, man, and we just live life. If it's a girl, look, I don't have to bang you, do you know what I mean? It's not one of them ones. Stop thinking that it's like, oh, if I go with Tobias, maybe he wanna just have sex with me off. Nah, mate. I said, look, at the end of the day, it ain't like that. If I'm kissing you up and whatnot, then that's a different story. But if I'm not kissing you up and I'm not sweeting you, then no point. Do you know what I mean? Just chill with me, innit? Simple as that. But I ain't sponsoring you for shit. There's been many girls in the past, I don't know, one of them in particular, Charlene, who you people don't know who she is, but she was one person who was like, ah, funds. And I'm like, how the fuck are you broke? Like, and she make more money than me. She make more money than me. And she always broke. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm not no charity flex. You know what I mean? Go find some other schmuck to try pull a wool over. Or if there's people that will preach the whole travel and wanderlust things, and yet you just know in the past they've had bad track records of fucking people over for monetary or status gain, and it's not right, you know what I mean? So, and I know one woman in particular that has done that and tried to sway me into a pyramid scheme, which, you know what, I forgive and forget and whatnot, but it's like one of them situations where I've had to take you off that pedestal now. Now you're at that pedestal. See, I give everybody a chance to, I treat everybody with respect, and you know, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but back home in England, or London I would say, people just seem to have a tendency to try to take advantage of people, and I fucking hate it. Happens at work, happens at home, happens sometimes with friends. I get people who I ain't spoken to in years. As soon as they see me put up some artistic work, oh, photo shoot, let's do this. And it's just like, yeah, I get a bit of maybe a little bit of exposure from it, maybe a bit of experimental and practice, but it doesn't, I like to build connections, do you know what I mean? And that's not me using them, it's more of a, look, if we build connections and we all work together as a cohesive unit, everyone benefits. You benefit, the other person I connected with benefits, then so on and so on. So it's like a chain reaction. Yeah. South Korea has been a very positive experience, and this place is very nice. South Korea is very nice. Do you know what? I can't, it's hard for me to say anything bad about it, to be fair. Apart from what, language barrier, but how dare, who am I to say that everyone should speak English? But it's been so positive in terms of education and testing myself as a person, who really and truly, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, the day before I flew out to Seoul, I was nervous, if anything. I was very nervous. I was like, how am I gonna get through this? Very nice. How am I gonna get through this in terms of let's say getting by, just like the most simpler things. But the tip is, people, and the tip is that you point, nod and smile. You point, nod and smile, and that sometimes helps. So today's highlights, I went to the DMZ border, but because they got the swine flu shit, it's there's some parts that they've had to close off, and they closed off the main part because of the swine flu issue. So not my fault, but we did go to a DMZ, you know, and I did learn a thing or two. So I'm not gonna disrespect North and South Korea for that. Swine flu is swine flu, innit? What the hell? What can you do? Just bad timing. I mean, I might consider coming back. I do want to do some shopping though, man. I like this Kodak jumper, but it was the wrong color, man. I like this Nike jumper, wrong size. So taking a few L's here and there, but we will get there, people. And I just tripped. We will get there, people, and that's what matters. So what's next in terms of travel and like where am I going per se? Well, next year America is most definitely on the list. Next year America's on that list. It most likely be California. New York, I've been there already. I don't like going to the same places twice unless it's called Amsterdam. But New York, and the thing is that when the first time I went there, I did a lot of good photography, and I managed to get good contacts on Instagram because of New York. So it's like, it's tough. Like there's a woman called Jessica. She's like a gunsmith. She survived cancer a few times. Gotta respect her strength, mate. Then you've got I forgot her name. Loma? Something like that. Angelica? Something like that. She's like a Mexican. No. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But she's like, I think she's Mexican. And she was cool. Like she's like maybe 40, 45. And she cool, man. Where did I see that building? Right, we're gonna find it. Must be down this way. So she's she cool, you know what I mean? She's alright. So with their traffic lights, quite similar to ours. As you can see, cars will still turn in and go about their business if they don't see no one on the road. In England, they fucking stop, they don't move for shit. In Korea, traffic jam, the Koreans ain't crossing that road until that man turns green. I don't know what it is, but they do it. Yeah, man, what else? Next year, so America, California, maybe Jamaica. I keep holding Jamaica off, and it's unfair because it's my my dad's background, but Jamaica is like a place where you have to approach with somewhat caution, and that caution makes me funny, you know what I mean? I don't like being in a situation where I have to become violent on someone. I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? And that's just my general nature in general. My general nature, people, is I just want to get on with life, go to A to B in life, be happy, not fuck with anyone in terms of being rude or hostile or anything, and just live my life, man. When people want to take advantage of my nice guy nature, I have to turn it up on them, because the thing is, people, you have to break the confidence of that abuser. Once you break the confidence of the abuser, then you're okay. Do you know what I mean? You have to do it. I have to do it, because I can't allow someone to feel that they can just do this shit and get away with it. Do you know what I mean? No anymore though. Ain't happening. It's just, it's like with managers at work, man. You can show so much loyalty to an employer, then that employer starts to expect more, if not the same, than what you're giving when you're going the extra mile. And some managers can take the utter piss, and this is why sometimes in my life it's very unpredictable, because you simply don't know which road your life is going to take. It's not that I don't follow authority, or I'm not, how can I say it, a team player, but it's like, man, I just do not like to be fucked around with sometimes. I just don't like to be harassed. I don't want to be like, if you're going to sit next to me and muscle your arm up against me to think I'm going to be intimidated by that, think again. you know. And I gotta give South Korea the respect because everyone here has been polite, if not respectful. So it's amazing how every country I go to, do you know what? I can't find this building, fuck it. We're gonna take the do you know what? Here's another thing, people. The metro system, not metro, the Wi-Fi system over here is weird, man. Like, I have to turn my internet on and off sometimes, depending on the time, just to get some internet. Right, peace out. Yes, people. Right, so I would get my Sony out, but it's like one of them things where my batteries on my Sony are starting to die, and die in a way where I don't like what's happening. It is going from like 10% at a time, and I have to conserve it because I've got a tower to go to on Sunday. Wow, look how pretty this is. This would be a dope photo shoot, I tell you. Yeah. No, a few people. Sick. Look wicked. Well, South Korea is in the Christmas spirit. Fair play to them. Yeah, what I mean earlier on, by people just taking advantage. Do you know, I don't want to be too negative, but it's like, you know, when you give people chances and they continue to do it, you know, sometimes you just think the physical and the violence is like the last resort, and it does work. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sorry to say that, but it does work. And it's like, when you find something that works, you just want to keep on doing it because, hey, it fucking works. And I don't like to be violent. People, like, don't take advantage of me. They don't want us to be violent. You know what I mean? Just be straight up, be truthful of who you are and what your purposes are, and what you want and your intentions, and we're good, man. If we mix well, we mix well. If we don't, then we don't. But just no taking advantage, man. Don't take advantage of me, and don't take advantage of other people in general. It's not nice, man. People can turn very nasty and violent quite quickly. I like this little Christmas setup. So let's go to see this Christmas setup. I feel like I'm in like the Canary Wharf part of Seoul. This is very nice. Man, I'm tempted to get the Sony out, but I would have to be really sharply quick with my shots because I got like one. This ain't my last battery, but I got one battery left and I just don't trust it. I want to get my tower shots sharp, you know what I mean? The tower shots are worthy of the Sony. It's not worthy of the iPhone or the G7X that I got. The G7X is like an emergency camera. I always bring it with me, always, because that camera has bailed me out of situations that was like, oh shit, you know. But yeah, I hope my videos do give a bit of a raw but positive message in some way. But I like the lights here. Fuck it, we might, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna have to, I'm just gonna do it because the visuals look too nice, like up there, you know. And I want to get some of the Christmassy stuff. All right, cool, fuck it, we're gonna do it.
मेरा एक और दोस्त आया था गुड़गांव में, so he was like चलो साथ में ले लेते घर वहाँ पे लिफ्ट हो गया and kind of died down interest फिर देखता हूँ 2 महीने बाद रिजल्ट आ गया अरे वाह
डेडिकेशन टू डिग्री otherwise subject requires a lot of dedication.
High levels of
강남 보이잖아.
everyone I met except from Ruth I had a sense of fear like होगा नहीं होगा never gave me some kind of fear like so like yeah you just meet he was काफी कम time था I was surprised pleasantly surprised
영상 안 보이지? 무슨 door है? हाँ.
I don't know should be some
Something लौटेगा ना.
저쪽에 붙어진 데로 올라가는 거
some
아니지?
gate or something
어딨어 걔는 멈춰서
because there are many gates here number one so footprints gate so they're like Gonggu palace and they have the gates and all the gates are also like not old gates there were some bottom of it but they recreated everything so अभी पूरा modern मतलब you don't feel the heritage heritage अपने वाले जैसे टूटे-फूटे होते हैं फिर लगता है हाँ ये तब का है इंग्लिश से लगता है कि हाँ ये सच में ये हमें लगता है
दो दिन पहले जाके आई हूँ.
it's too much effort